and Friday. Friday in week 2, that means you're halfway done. We are on Friday the 16th. Back to upper body, we have a superset ladder. So that's 2 things you may never have heard of before, with floor press and seated press. And then we have 3, 4, or 5 rounds of pullovers, front skiers, push-ups, and crunches, okay? So I'm just gonna show the exercises, then I will go much more in depth with the structure of the workout, okay? So floor press and seated press. You're here, your elbows are on the ground. Press for your floor press. Sit up, shoulder press, but seated. That's your seated press, okay? Now our rounds, we have pullovers, front skiers, push-ups, crunches. Pullover. We have talked about push-up before, so I'm just going to demonstrate a knee and push-up. Front skiers. Here's my lightweight. Get in your bent over position. And crunches is your regular crunch. If you have your hands behind your head, make sure that you are not pulling on your neck, or you can put your hands like this, however you want, okay? So, again, you may have never heard of this before, so this is gonna be a superset ladder. Superset means you are doing 2 exercises back to back, so no rest between, one exercise straight into the other. That's what a superset is. And your ladder 10 to 1 means you're doing whatever that superset of exercise is 10 times, then 9 times, then 8 times, then 7 times until you get down to 1, okay? So the superset exercises are our floor press and our seated press. So I'm going to show you an example, okay? And I don't want to do 10, start at 10 because I want to be able to show it to you for a little while. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pretend I just did 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Now I'm on 5. So this is what my superset ladder looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sit up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sit up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Sit up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 1. So that was the last half of what your superset ladder will look like. Now, you want to make sure, because you're only going 10 to 1, that the weight is appropriate. So if you are doing it and maybe you just don't have a lot of options with dumbbells, or you don't have very heavy ones and you just fly through the 10 to 1 because it's not very heavy for you, then what I would do is I would just add some reps after the fact. So if you did your superset 10 to 1 and you get to 1 and like your arms aren't burning, it wasn't really that difficult for you, what I would do is I would do another set of 10 of each, and I would just add in maybe three more sets of 10 of each. So 10 and 10, take a little rest, 10 and 10, take a little rest, 10 and 10, okay? So find some way to add in some more reps for those if it was just too light for you. For me, I was dying after a while because the superset part of just never putting those weights down, if you're using a medium to heavy weight, is gonna start to catch up with you. Now, once you're done with your superset, you're gonna move on to 3, 4, or 5 rounds. So notice the rounds are shorter. So the shortest amount you can do is 3. Normally it's 4 or 5, okay? Because we already did our superset ladder. So pullovers. You are going to lay on your back, your knees are bent, you have one weight held the long way. It's going to be over your head, and you're going to pull through your shoulders. So you're rotating at your shoulders, up above your chest. 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, nothing is moving. You're just pulling the weight and rotating at the shoulder, okay? I think it was push-ups. No, front skiers, push-ups, crunches. Front skiers, you're gonna use your lighter weight and you're gonna do that bent over stance. And you're just gonna lift up your arms by your ears, back down, up, back down. So this is another one where you wanna make sure you're not swinging. You wanna make sure it's here to your side, up to your side, okay? Then we've got push-ups and crunches. I'm not gonna go over push-ups again. I'm just gonna show you. You have your full option, you have your kneeling option. Make sure you're not on your kneecaps. If you need to pull your height over, you can do toes, height, kneeling, height. And then with your crunch, you're on your back, your knees are bent, and you're either going to put your hands by your side, crunch your shoulders off the ground, down, crunch, keeping your chin off of your chest, or you're gonna put your hands behind your head. When I do this, I just gently keep my fingertips on the back of my head, on my hair, and then crunch. So I'm not pulling my head, but I am keeping my hands behind my head, okay? You can crunch like that. However you wanna crunch, you can. And that is week 2.